Sudan's government has officially returned to the capital city, Khartoum, marking a major development in the ongoing conflict that began in 2023. For nearly 2 years, government institutions were forced to operate from Port Sudan, a Red Sea city, after intense fighting broke out between the Sudanese Armed Forces, SAF, and the paramilitary, Rapid Support Forces, RSF. The return to Khartoum comes 8 months after the Sudanese army announced that it had regained full control of the capital from the RSF. Khartoum had been one of the main battlegrounds of the war, suffering massive destruction, displacement, and civilian casualties. Government officials say the move back to the capital represents a step toward restoring state authority and normal governance. However, the situation in Khartoum remains fragile. Large parts of the city are still damaged. Basic services are limited, and many residents have not yet returned. Analysts say the government's return is more symbolic than a sign that the war is over. While Khartoum is now under army control, fighting continues in other regions, especially in Darfur and Kordofan, keeping the country unstable. Sudan's military leadership has announced preparations for a joint military operation aimed at liberating Darfur and North Kordofan from the control of the Rapid Support Forces. The governor of Darfur confirmed that coordination is underway between the Sudanese army and allied forces to push the RSF out of key areas. According to the army, early military preparations have already achieved results. RSF fighters have reportedly been forced to retreat from several border regions, reducing their ability to move weapons and fighters. Officials also say the operation has successfully prevented the RSF from surrounding el-Obeid, a strategically important city in North Kordofan that serves as a key supply and transport hub. Darfur remains one of the most contested regions in Sudan. It has seen repeated attacks, ethnic violence, and accusations of war crimes. The army believes that regaining control of Darfur and Kordofan would weaken the RSF significantly and change the balance of power in the conflict. Despite these claims, independent verification remains difficult, and analysts warn that a full-scale offensive could lead to further civilian displacement, if not carefully managed. As fighting continues across Sudan, the humanitarian situation has reached catastrophic levels. The United Nations has described the Sudan conflict as the world's worst humanitarian crisis, with millions of people affected by violence, hunger, and displacement. More than half of Sudan's population now requires humanitarian assistance. In regions like Darfur and Kordofan, civilians face severe shortages of food, clean water, medicine, and shelter. Many hospitals and clinics have been destroyed or are no longer functioning, leaving vulnerable populations without medical care. Millions have been forced to flee their homes, both internally and across borders into neighboring countries. Aid agencies say insecurity, blocked roads, and ongoing fighting make it extremely difficult to deliver humanitarian aid to those in need. International organizations are calling on all sides to respect international humanitarian law and allow safe access for relief operations. While military developments dominate headlines, humanitarian groups warn that without immediate action, Sudan could face widespread famine and long-term instability. Even if the fighting eventually slows down,